She's Hannah,
She's Amanda.
and we are.
Better with us. All right, today is August 8th, and today's history of the day is in 1974, Richard Nixon resigned after near certain prospect of impeachment after the Watergate scandal. And then in 2023, the wildfires engulfed parts of Maui Islands. And then in 2000, the wreckage of the Confederate submarine Hunley, lost during the American Civil War, was raised from the ocean floor near Sullivan Island, South Carolina. It was the first sub to sink an enemy ship, which was the Union sloop Housatonic in 1869. And then 1945, the US, the UK, the Soviet Union, and France signed the London Agreement authorizing the Nuremberg trials, allowing Nazi leaders to be tried as war criminals by international military tribunals. That is today's history.
Zodiac for the day. Aries. Free yourself from resentment today when your ruler, proactive Mars, in your relationship realm, joins forces with progressive Uranus in your communication camp. Get grievances out into the open, but make sure to focus on the imminent solution, not the past problem. With Messenger Mercury in reverse for a few more days, meaning can be misconstrued. Keep your intentions pure and your words heartfelt.
Okay.
Aquarius, dare to do something adventurous and you can reap surprising rewards today. As bold Mars in your exploratory ninth house trines your ruler, revolutionary Uranus. In your fifth house of personal fulfillment, an exciting learning experience could lead to a romantic match, a newfound hobby, creative gratification, or pure joy. Follow your bliss, even if it seems to be leading you off a cliff. Sagittarius. Mingle with the masses. Bold Mars in your humanity house is in cahoots with whimsical Uranus in your interpersonal realm today. So getting out and doing things with others will lead you to cross paths with plenty of fresh faces. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. That don't sound fun. You might be pleasantly surprised by your synergy with someone you already know. Okay. Or you can meet a unique person who's destined to become part of your crew. I think I already did that. All right. Be open to people who bring something unexpected to the table and don't hesitate to try new things, whether you're hanging with an unfamiliar crowd or your usual crew. Don't like trying new things. Leo. Great minds think alike. Oh, Lord, here we go again. Team up with kindred spirits today as proactive Mars in your clever communicative third house links with enlightening Uranus in your group zone. Your outgoing sign isn't afraid to make the first overture. Reach out to thought leaders whose ideas excite you and let the brainstorming begin. Since the discussion is sure to be lively and fast flowing, use a recording app or take copious notes and make sure to do as much listening as talking. Aim for an intellectual exchange, not a power struggle. Self-care techniques that you can try. Drink tea or coffee, paint your nails, watch a movie you've been wanting to watch, arts and crafts, listen to music or a podcast, journal, nap, also like taking a nice relaxing bath. if you're lucky enough to be able to do that alone. Every time I do, well, yeah, here comes the little pitter patter. But I think that one's always really nice.
I agree. Also, taking your meds and drinking your water is self-care, or in your case, pop or coffee. Or chocolate milk. There you go. See? All
Look,
right.
him making my chocolate milk versus me making my chocolate milk, it's self care because he makes it so much better than me.
Exactly.
That's what I can't get him to understand. Like, you make it better. I don't know what he does other than like he literally just makes chocolate milk. But it's like he knows me better than I know myself. So it's like he puts the perfect amount of chocolate in it. And
Mm-hmm.
then not only does he do that, but he'll try to put some of my cold foam on top too.
Mm-hmm. It's always nice.
He's
It's the
so
little things,
sweet.
you know?
Yes. Okay. So, do you have a joke?
I do. I do. Why do seagulls fly over the sea?
Why?
Because if they flew over the bay, they would be bagels.
That's funny.
I like that.
Well, I have a song,
Say it.
Ego by Beyonce.
Here.
So, something that I was created for special purpose. What's more special than small? Let's get lost. You need to follow the workers you the boss. For real, I want you to show me how you feel. I can freedom myself. Okay, that's okay. You, I, my heart, but you can't go. You, and my body, and
It's really muffled.
you, that
I have a movie for today.
Okay.
It is Annihilation from 2018, and it is on Paramount Plus. And it is about scientists that enter a mysterious zone of mutated plants and animals caused by alien presence. It's a very good movie. I watched it a couple years ago. It was not very well advertised whenever it was first coming out, but I wanted to see it as soon as I saw it, the advertisement for it. And it took me a while to see it, but if you like sci-fi, apocalyptic, mysterious kind of movies, this is right up your alley. Oh yeah.
Okay. Speaking of movies, Woman of the Hour. Hannah, what did you think of that movie?
I thought it was really good. I thought it was really good. Um, I had heard about the dating show Killer. I did not know much about it, but it really, I liked how it came from the women's perspective and not the killers this movie. Because, you know, that's usually what you see in movies is the killer's perspective, not the victims. So that was a that was a good change for me. What do you think of it?
Um, the movie itself was kind of hard to like not follow. Like I understood what was going on, but it was hard to like pay attention. And seen it more than once. But it was kind of hard to pay attention for me. I like that too. I like how it was like it felt like it was constantly letting you know from, like you said, from the victim's point of view, but like it felt like it was letting you know the whole time, especially if you don't know anything about the true events with that story. Letting you know that like that he gets caught.
Hmm.
And I really liked how the girl was able to get free and call the cops.
Yes.
Like that was really
Yeah.
good. And I'm glad when they were on the dating game, I was glad that she was able to get free.
Hmm.
Uh that's pretty much it. It really just sucked. Like it really just sucked. But I like how they did it from like the victim's point of view.
Yeah. I took notes while I was watching it.
Okay, okay. What notes do you have?
So I basically just wrote down like what was happening. So like
Okay.
the first woman that it was showing was in
Mhm.
Wyoming in 1977. Um, I thought that one was really interesting because the killer took the time to get to know her, even just a tiny little bit. I thought that was really interesting because a lot of times, whenever there is a serial killer on the hunt, they already know this stuff, right? They don't care to ask because they've already been stalking their prey, their victim, so they already know, or they don't care, right? Whereas he asked, it to me that made a different kind of dynamic. It made her comfortable with him, which most serial killers they don't take the time to make someone comfortable.
Also, like if you noticed, they were all comfortable until they weren't. And it's like by time it hit them that they were in an uncomfortable situation, it was too late.
Yep, exactly. And the one girl, the teenage runaway, she had no idea. I mean, she got tackled down the hill and was, I mean, knocked out, and then she woke up and she's like, "Hold on, wait a second," you know? So like she really just had no idea. Um, so like I think I found the first woman really interesting too because he really went off of the norm of what you normally see in serial killers. Like she had an ex-boyfriend, she was pregnant, she has family, she has people that would be looking for her, right? Whereas with the runaway teen, she obviously didn't. She's a runaway teenager with a mom that's an alcoholic and a dad that's not around. She doesn't have somebody who's looking for her, right? And he let her go. He just wasn't very. I've watched a lot of true crime if you haven't noticed. He wasn't very calculating in that way. But then we move on to meet Cheryl, Anna Kendrick's character. It was based in Hollywood in 1978. I feel like this part, her story in this movie, really showed, but really showed a good representation of sexism that happens in Hollywood because like we hear about it all the time, right? Like it's everywhere, but we don't really see it.
The whole time, both times I watched the movie, the whole time it was during that part, all I could wonder about is she really going through that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was like that's all I could think about during that whole gaming thing, like with all that stuff. Both times I watched it was like, is she going through that right now?
Exactly.
For real? Like,
Yeah,
and I
absolutely.
love when the makeup artist and the hairstylist was like, you know, just do your own thing. You ain't coming back next week. It's not, a
Right.
sitcom. And
Right.
it was like she went for it. She did. She did.
Hmm.
And she
Hmm.
had the crowd cackling. Like, I didn't like it, but it was funny. It's funny. I did like in that scene, when she goes to pick the bachelor, how the one guy told her to be careful with him.
Yes. The
That
douche. I was shocked.
that was real respectful.
I was
That
not
just goes to
expecting that.
show that that just goes to show that he was probably just putting on a show, or maybe he really is goofy and stuff, but like he also like just doesn't want anything dangerous to happen to a woman either. I could really respect that.
See, I kind of saw that just a little differently. To me, seeing him say that to her, I kind of thought like he's mad that he lost just because like in all honesty, she made him look like an idiot. Like,
She did, but I feel like if he was mad about being made to look like an idiot, he wouldn't have warned her about him.
well, so I feel like he was more mad at the guy that won than he was at her because this guy had already told him, I always get the girl, right?
Yeah,
But, well, now that I'm thinking about it, he slipped him a picture of a dead girl.
right.
So
And said that it was
maybe,
fake.
yeah, yeah. So maybe, yeah, maybe he did have better intentions than what I'm giving him credit for.
Yeah.
He was a douche, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. But just because they're a douche doesn't mean that they want
right. They,
those type of ill intentions.
yeah, he could be a harmless douche, which is the
Yeah.
best kind of douche there is.
Yeah. So
So yeah. But then, um, the one character, Laura, the girlfriend with the guy that came with his family to the show, who noticed the third
mhm.
bachelor, um, I she was a very interesting character to me
Why you say that?
because because she so she was just there with her boyfriend and his family. She didn't have any kind of, knowledge of what was going on, right? But like it was like the second she saw him, her I feel like it was like intuition was like, this is that dude and something's wrong, right? And then like she tried so hard. She tried to get this guy away from people. And it's like
She wasn't
everything
taken
she,
seriously.
no, not at all. It's like everything she did was, I don't know what you want me to do about it. Like, what do you mean? You're the one person to do something about And then the whole janitor thing, that pissed me off royally. Royally. That made me so mad.
Not even just that, but like, it was the security guard she went to, right?
Well, yes, she went to the security guard. Yeah. Yeah. Like, that had me, I was fuming. I was fuming. Because, like, you're a fucking security guard. She just told you there's a safety risk. What do you mean? I was so mad. And then when she went to the detective, it was like, even they were still like, "Come on, this guy, how long, hang on, how long was he around killing people?
It was some years, wasn't it?
71,
So like 79 or something like that.
it was, yeah, he got, in 1979, he was killing women and girls from 71 to 79. And the only reason he got caught was because of that teenage runaway. That's it. It's the only reason. If he wouldn't have let her go, or if she wouldn't have called the cops, because think about it, she's a runaway teenager. So you could have got in trouble too, right? He still would have been out killing people. And he did. He got out on bail and went out and killed 2 more people. Like that that's what is wrong with shit, you know? I'm Hannah.
And I'm Amanda, and we are.
Better with us. You can't pour from an empty cup.
So refill it every day.